Hi, Elissa Weinzimmer here, founder of Voice Body Connection. So I want to talk today about what to do instead of clearing your throat. Now I know it's super tempting for many reasons throughout the year to go and clear your throat if you're having a case of allergies and it feels irritated, or if you have a sore throat, or if you have a lot of mucus from a cold or whatever it is. But the thing is, clearing your throat is not ideal. What you're actually doing, if you picture your two vocal cords, you're kind of exploding them against each other in order to try to bounce the stuff off of your vocal cords. But any mucus on there is probably just going to settle right back down, and any irritation or swelling is actually going to get exacerbated by exploding your vocal cords or pressing your vocal cords against each other. And coughing, by the way, is kind of a similar issue. So what you want to do is reduce the clearing of your throat as much as possible. Obviously, we can't necessarily always stop coughing, but we're going to do our best to help things along by gargling with warm salt water instead. And here's how you do it. It's really simple. So this water is about, a little bit warmer than lukewarm. It's on the hot side, but I can stick my finger easily in it. Very similar to if you watched my neti pot video, the same temperature we want for going through the nasal passages as the throat. So take a little bit of salt. I actually like to kind of sprinkle it into my hand so I make sure that I don't overdo it. Little teeny bit of salt. Get it in there for the amount of water that I have. You can mix it all around. And by the way, I'm using just, regular table salt, but if you want to use, I have here too, like sea salt or Himalayan salt, you can use something like that, but I'd recommend using a grinder just because otherwise you have to have really hot water in order for it to dissolve and then wait for it to cool. So anyhow, you do this, and then you're just gonna take a sip of the water and you're gonna gargle as far back in your throat as you can. Here I go, I'll demonstrate it for you. And then of course, you want to spit it out in the sink, because if you actually loosen something, you don't want to then swallow it. You want to get it out of your body. One more time. You might be able to tell that I'm kind of moving my lips forward, almost like I'm making an U shape with my lips. For some reason, that helps me feel like I'm lengthening my vocal tract. That is indeed what's happening, and the water can go a little bit further. So try that and see if it works for you. And obviously, attempt not to swallow the water. Like, I had to stop myself there for a minute. Now, when you do this, in fairness, the water is probably not going all the way down to your actual vocal cords. There's actually a split above the vocal cords in the larynx where stuff goes down the food and water pipe versus the windpipe, but it's getting down towards those tissues and towards that area that's going to be irritated if you have a sore throat, if you have a scratchy or itchy throat. So I highly recommend this technique as a much better way to clear any irritation in that area and reduce swelling instead of clearing your throat. If you have a clearing your throat habit, try this. Try it many times a day. I really don't think you can overdo it. And let me know if you have any questions. Enjoy.